What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you another week of the Pokemon GBA Global Battle Association. This is week number 11. I don't even have that many fingers. Before we get started, if you can, please show some shady love to that like button right below this video, because the New York Mankeys, your New York Mankeys, need your support. We are currently 6 wins, 4 losses, getting really close to the playoffs. And seriously, liking, commenting, letting me know who you're cheering for, that really helps. I apologize for that noise. The first time I'm recording with this headset. But we are here today going up against the Maple Leafeons. I can't remember what exactly. Come on, I was just looking at all their stuff. It is the Toronto Maple Leafeons. Toronto Maple Leafeons. And of course, Kote's YouTube link will be in the description below. We're going to go over the team that I'm bringing really quick, and then we're going to jump into this battle. I am bringing a Noivern, Vaporeon, Real Bulk, the Golbat with Tailwind. We got Breloom, Static Shock, and Claudia, and we're just going to jump right in. Place your bets for MVP. Who do you think is going to be the MVP? This is the first time, even though you guys have already seen this headset already throughout the week, this is the first time I'm recording with it, so I apologize if the audio quality is off or something. Let's see what my opponent is bringing. Oh boy, he's bringing the rain. I kind of figured he would bring the rain. I did not expect a Reuniclus, and that's a little troublesome, to be honest. Because Trick Room Rain could be really scary, especially when I planned to bring Tailwind. But I don't think he's going to use that as Trick Room. Now the good news is that my Crawdaunt puts a number on almost his entire team with a D-Dance setup. I'm pretty positive that Crawdaunt with a D-Dance might actually sweep. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, it will. So my goal is going to be to get Crawdaunt to have a Dragon Dance and pretty much destroy the team. I don't know if a Politoed will go down. Politoed will not go down. And the Amoonguss is not... Oh, it will after a Dragon Dance. The Amoonguss is not holding an item. So that's something to keep in mind, that he planned for the knockoff. But a +1 knockoff will still... well, it'll come close to KO. So we got to chip away at that Regenerator Amoonguss first. Looking at this, I think I'm going to go ahead and open up with Static Shock. I'm going to open up with Static Shock because, you know what, there's a chance, you know what, no. Let's open up with Noivern. That way we do have the opportunity to switch out with U-turn and have switch initiative. But see, this is so weird recording like this. I can hear myself. This is crazy. I've never. But basically the reason why I'm using this, I'm going to tell you guys, I told you guys in another video, forget it. Because this is not, I'm going to have to explain it in the video that actually goes up on this day when I'm recording it. But basically, I needed a gaming headset, and then everyone said to get this, and the mic quality is amazing. It's incredible, so I figured I'd use it. So he does open up with the Politoed, trust the Politoed, and he's gonna go for the Drizzle. He's gonna get the Drizzle up, which of course is fine. I feel like this Politoed's gonna go for Toxic turn 1. I really do, but I'm gonna go for the safe U-turn. I feel like he's gonna predict the U-turn and go for the Toxic. We're going to find out. We are really close. This team that we're versing currently has a 4-win streak. I believe he's tied for first place in my division. He has 7 wins and 3 losses. So we're going to try our best to end that win streak. Although rain is going to be tough, but that is why I brought the Vaporeon. It's not Hydration Vaporeon, but it's why I brought the Vaporeon. I kind of wish I had brought Hydration because I'm kind of... I'm going to go into Vaporeon. I do think he is going to go for a Toxic, though. And if I had Hydration, this would be amazing. Nope, he goes for the Ice Beam. I almost went into Golbat predicting Toxic, so really glad I didn't. We have the rain on our side now, and just about everything on his team can be toxic, except for the Amoonguss. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trade off a Toxic. I think he might go for a Toxic as well, which is fine. Vaporeon I can deal with a Toxic on Vaporeon. I mean, I don't like it, but I can deal with it. He might go into the Amoonguss, but it's really not gonna pose too much of a threat to me. Oh, he is gonna withdraw. I'm guessing that Amoonguss is coming through. That's gonna be Maria the Amoonguss. It's Maria the Amoonguss. Makes perfect sense. I want to go ahead and I'm gonna predict the Spore. And I think that this Vaporeon being asleep would probably be our best bet, unfortunately. There's no one else on my team that I want to sleep. I don't want to go out into Brando and then take a Sludge Bomb. That would just be absolutely terrible, and Brando can't really touch him anyway. So there's no point in doing that. I'm going to go ahead and allow my Vaporeon to fall asleep. I'm going to go for the Scald right now. Let's go for the Scald. Let us go for the Scald right now and see what it does. It's in the rain. Can we get a burn? In the rain. Burning in the rain. Yes! Burning in the rain. Goes for the Sludge Bomb, predicting the Breloom. That is kind of exactly what I wanted. I wish he would have got the poison. He would have got the poison. I would have been so happy. But we're going to be able to get some good damage off on this Amoonguss. Definitely some decent damage off on this Amoonguss. We're going to go for another Scald right here. And like I said, I'm pretty sure maybe the Quagsire would be the only thing that can live a knockoff from... at +1, yeah, it can live a knockoff, but it can't live a waterfall in the rain. So, and Quagsire usually has Unaware. Oh yeah, he's gonna have Unaware. He is gonna opt to go for the Giga Drain now on the Vaporeon. That is gonna do a good amount, but it's not gonna be a 2 KO. We're still not seeing Spore, which is exciting. I'm glad I'm not seeing the Spore. Now, I might go for the Protect here. To get a little bit more burn damage off. Then again, if he goes for a Giga Drain, I feel like my Golbat pretty much walls this thing. I'm gonna go on into Golbat. I could have protected there, got a little bit more chip damage off. I probably, you know what, I should have done that and just been able to scout what he's gonna go for. He's gonna actually withdraw Maria. Who are you going out into? Goes out into Pixis. Oh, the worst case scenario for us. Well, fortunately, we're faster, so we can U-turn out of here. We are definitely faster than a Pixies. And I don't see him setting up the Trick Room just yet. I feel like he's going to go for the Psychic or Psyshock. Although that's a little risky in itself because I do have a Crawdon. I definitely have a Crawdon, and the rain is up. Oh, I just got to get it. I got to get a switch in. Who would be the best thing to switch into for Crawdon? Probably Claydol. Once Claydol is in... Yeah, I feel like Claydol's our best bet. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have gotten a Scald off on this thing, even though the burn wouldn't do any damage. A Scald in the rain would do a decent amount to this Amoonguss. Not Amoonguss. Wow. What's your name again? Oh my gosh, I love this Pokemon. I had this Pokemon last season. I can't think of your name. All I know is that you have Regenerator as well. Why can't it? It's a crit! What is your name? Wow, I'm gonna catch heat in the comment section for that. So, half of me wants to predict a Psychic type move. And go out into Claudia. But Claudia is my win condition, so let's not do that. Let's go out into Core. Let's go out into Core, baby. See if she goes. Oh, if he goes for a Psychic, I'll be so upset. I will be so upset. Focus Blast, predicting the Crawdon. Oh my goodness. The predictions are real. Well, it's gonna crit me and bring me down to 32, unfortunately. Now, Vaporeon is pretty much done at this point. I can either A, pass off a Wish, or B, we see the leftovers in this thing. We can pass off a Wish to something else, or just get as much damage as possible off on this thing. I'm gonna go for damage. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a Scald, get some damage in the rain. I could care less if we get a burn or not. Wow, that's a lot. That's a crit. There's so many crits. Goes for the Psyshock. I could have taken advantage of that and gone on to Crawdon, but really no point. We're gonna let Vaporeon go down, unfortunately. Really rather unfortunate that that Vaporeon has to go down like that. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not too worried about this right now. Now I could go out into a plethora of things. I could actually go out into the Breloom. I could go out into the Real Bulk and go for a U-turn, and that would kill. I can go out into Noivern and go for a U-turn, that would probably kill. What's your attack, Golbat? 100. Noivern's attack is 74, so we should probably go into the Golbat. Let's go ahead. Oh my goodness. Let's just, you know what? Let's get our Mega Evolution off. And that was literally the worst one I could have done because he's got 2 ground types on his team. That was the worst one that I could have done. Because he's got Regenerator and he's going to want to preserve it. I should have gone out. Come on. He's going to want to preserve this thing. I totally forgot about Regenerator. I'm so upset with myself. Alright, if he's going to go into Claydol at Quagsire, should I act on that? He's probably going to go into Quagsire. If anything. Let's hard switch out into Breloom. That seems so risky, though. That's such unnecessary risk. Let's just Mega Evolve and go for the HP Ice, because it should still kill this thing if he stays in. He is going to withdraw, though, and now we'll get some neutral damage off on something. Goes out into Rose. Rose is going to be the Clay Doll. So we're actually going to get super effective damage off on the Clay Doll, which is nice, which is definitely nice. But I don't think it's a 2-hit KO. I guess it really depends, but I don't think it's a 2-hit KO, and he's probably going to get his rocks up now. Let's see. That is not a 2-hit KO. He's got a lot of bulk on his team. The rain is going to stop. I'm going to go ahead. He's intimidated. I'm going to take this opportunity to go out into my Crawdaunt right now. Looking at the rest of his team, am I going to do that right now? If I do that now and I get a Dragon Dance up, I should pretty much win. If I go into Breloom, though, because he's part Psychic, let's go out into Claudia. Let's go out into Claudia. The rain's not up, but we're gonna go into Claudia anyway, because the Politoed's gonna have to come in at some point. It's probably gonna be the last Pokemon in if we actually manage to pull this sweep off. If we manage to. I feel like he's going to be really tempted to go for the Stealth Rocks, and if he goes for the Stealth Rocks, we're going to be in okay shape. Because I don't know what this Clay Doll is going to have for me. Goes for the Reflect. Now, that was a really good play. That was a really good play, because that's actually going to stop this sweep. I might have to go for a knockoff right off the bat. Because now with the Reflect up, Amoonguss can very easily take a knockoff. But I don't... Yeah, that just stopped my sweep right there. That really did. You know, maybe he'll set up rocks. Let's go for a Dragon Dance. He's going to withdraw, but definitely going to go right out into the Amoonguss. Right out into the Amoonguss. There's Maria. Maria being at that much health? I'm actually tempted to go for the knockoff. But because he clearly planned this Amoonguss specifically for my Crawdaunt, I'm definitely thinking that he's bold max defense, so I'm just going to switch out. Should have gone for the knockoff off the bat instead of setting up the Dragon Dance. Would have been some nice damage, but he does go for the Giga Drain, which of course Real Bulk is not going to take any damage from. So this will be an effective turn for us, because I can actually go ahead and set up the Tailwind at this point. And he might switch out here. I'm going to go for the Tailwind here. I'm going to go for the Tailwind right here. And Real Bulk's going to be able to have some fun. Either I can go for a Super Fang depending on what he brings in, or I can go for a U-turn on the following turn. So this team that my opponent has, no wonder he has 4 victories in a row. Looking at double Regenerator Core, he's got the Rain to help Amoonguss's, one of Amoonguss's weaknesses. He even has Mega Scizor on his, as a possible pick. And then he's got Kingdra, which will benefit from the rain. Obviously, if he sets up a Dragon Dance and he goes for Waterfalls in the rain. He is going to withdraw as I set up a Tailwind. He goes into the Cena, which is the Quagsire, who's going to be unaware. I kind of want to go for Super Fangs here. I don't have Toxic on this Golbat because I went for the Tailwind. I'm really, really interested into as to why he went out into the Quagsire. I'm going to U-turn out. I'm going to go out into the Breloom. Because Breloom under a Tailwind is pretty scary, I would think. Especially to a Quagsire. Especially considering 4 of his members are weak to grass. Now, granted, Amoonguss kind of does shut down my Breloom. Kind of does. We're going to get a U-turn off. It does an okay amount of damage. That's another crit! Oh, we're changing your name from Real Bulk to Real Crits. My goodness. We can go out into... Well, we could go out into Claudia. Now with the Tailwind up, and the Reflect is almost gone. But if he goes for a Scald and gets a burn, I'm going to be very upset. Let's go into the Breloom. Let's make the safer play. Let's go into the Breloom. Oh, wait a minute. He might be going for an Ice Beam, though. Scald. Went for the Scald, so at least we're resisted. If he doesn't get a burn, we'll be in great shape. Yes! No burn. That is awesome. So, 4 members of his team are weak to Bullet Seed. Reflect is going to wear off right now. So I could actually go for a Spore, but I'm pretty positive the Amoonguss is going to come in. I mean, it makes the most sense. Unfortunately, Amoonguss is not going to take much damage from anything. I don't want to overpredict here. And I also don't want to waste my, I'm going to go for the Bullet Seed. I don't want to overpredict. He's going to withdraw. He's going to go right out into Amoonguss. There's really no reason not to. Goes out into Maria. Wall Maria, the Amoonguss. It's not going to take much from this Bullet Seed at all. Literally, like, absolutely nothing. Burn's going to do more than the Bullet Seed will. I would have to get all 5 hits for this turn to even be worth it. Nope, we get 3, which means, yeah, you're going to take that much damage. Nothing really crazy. I'm going to have to go back out into Golbat, unfortunately. There's really nothing else I can do. Really wishing I did have Toxic on this Golbat. Considering he just went for Scald as well, I could have done a number. There's no reason to Super Fang a Quagsire, though, because it has the Recover, and that's just going to be a dance and a half if we were to do that. You know what I mean? Breloom is going to come back. Real Bulk is going to be here. And he's going to go for the Spore. I figured the Spore was coming, but I didn't want to stay in. I'm going to let my Golbat be the sleep fodder for this game, unfortunately. I really think he's going to switch out now. My Tailwind is going to peter out, which is unfortunate. I think my best bet... Who's he probably going to go into? He's probably going to go out into... That Claydol's such a problem. There's no chance of him going for a Sludge Bomb. He is such a bulky team. I have to make some seriously offensive plays to deal with this. He might go out into the Politoed. I'm going to go out into the Crawdon. Because he actually might go out into the Reuniclus now that I'm thinking about it. That's the name of the Pokemon, Reuniclus. Mid-sentence, of course. Please don't predict that and go for Giga Drain, because that was a really risky switch on my part. Thank goodness. That would have been so terrible. So terrible. Goes out into Trost. Trost is going to be the Politoed, which is a little bit of a problem. But this thing is bulky too. This thing is thick. All right, I'm gonna guess that he's gonna go for a Scald now. I kind of want to go out into Real Bulk. Because even if he doesn't get a burn, this is gonna hurt like a Banshee. So let's go. Let's go back out into Real Bulk. It's really hard to defeat Weather without Weather. I was close to trying to build a team around Tyranitar, but I only have Tyranitar Mamoswine that don't take damage from Sandstorm, so it would have been tough. Goes for the Scald, kind of as expected. Real Bulk can take that and won't get burned, so that's kind of nice. Although, we are still not in a good position at all. The fact that he has 2 ground types, I was looking and desperately searching for Manectric to learn some other move. I was really close to replacing HP Ice with HP Grass. Actually, in retrospect, that would have been the best thing. So he's going to go into the Reuniclus. I think extremely... Oh, there's no Regenerator on that, so it's Magic Guard. It really baiting me to go out into the Crawdon here. Especially after setting up the Tailwind. I mean, especially after setting up the Rain. I think I'm actually going to go for the Tailwind. I'm going to go for the Tailwind on the chance that I wake up. I do wake up and I get a Tailwind off. I kind of hope he kills my Golbat. I don't think he can, but I kind of hope he does. Goes for the Recover. Oh, speaking of bulk. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a long battle. He's got 2 Pokemon we recover, 1 Pokemon regenerator. Now that we confirmed that Reuniclus does not have regenerator. He doesn't have the offensive presence really of anything crazy. I'm gonna assume that he's gonna stay in. He's not gonna switch out. I was hoping he might predict me to go for a Super Fang, but I really doubt it. It's just so tempting to go out into my. I think I have to go into Noivern. I really think I have to go into Noivern. I'm gonna go into Noivern predicting a Focus Blast. I don't think he's gonna go for a Psychic type move. I'm gonna go into Noivern, hoping he goes for a Focus Blast. He does go for the Focus Blast. He misses it, thankfully, because I would miss it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hope that Reuniclus can't live a, well, I know he can't live a Draco Meteor, but unfortunately we're not running Draco Meteor because that thing misses. So we could go for a super effective U-turn predicting a switch. I'm not sure who would switch into though, so let's go ahead and just go for a Dragon Pulse. Let's go for a Choice Specs Dragon Pulse. And let's just go with it. First time Noivern is on the field. And I am not any more comfortable in this match than I was 20 turns ago. 20 minutes ago even. Attack on Titan t-shirt. He just wants to play. These guys are running away. He just wants to play. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really curious to see what he does. If he switches into anything, it could possibly be a 2-hit KO for Mavis. He is going to stay in. He was running damage calcs probably. Can he live this? Depending on his investment, yes, he can, and he goes for a recover. So we're going to have a really fun recover stalling match right here. Actually, I think that did... Oh, but he has leftovers. I was going to say, I think that did exactly the same amount. So let's see. Are we just going to try to crit him? We're just going to try to crit you. Because there's really nothing else I can do. You're really going to... If he's really... Oh, look at that. I'll waste your recovers. You have 16 of them? Let's go. Let's go right now. I don't even care about Dragon Pulse. But it takes care of King... I don't care. I don't care. I'll save 2 for Kingdra. But my Tailwind's going to peter out. That's kind of unfortunate. But I don't think the Tailwind really matters against my opponent's team. I'm going to stop setting up Tailwinds because everything on his team is slow. Everything on his team is slow. Still no crit. I just need 1 crit. T-shirt, you're back there? Help me out. I am begging you to help me out. The rain stops. That's fun. If I had Hurricane, this thing would be dead. Which is interesting, but I don't have a Noivern with Hurricane and with all the other moves that I like. Oh, hold on. I got nervous because I almost clicked a different move, but I just realized in Choice, so it doesn't matter if I click it. It's gonna tell me, hey, you can't do that. Choice only allows you to do 1 thing. So I'm really curious as to how this is just gonna go. We're just gonna keep doing this. He's just gonna keep doing this. I think right now would be the time that he wouldn't do it. So we're gonna try 1 more, and hopefully we get a crit or he switches out. I wouldn't even care if he attacks me, because that would be something. It would be something. The thing is, the only way to beat a big team by this is to rip it down piece by piece. So I've already lost Pokemon, which is really unfortunate. That is okay. He goes for the Calm Mind. Now I think right there I can actually kill it, even with the +1 special defense. I'm pretty sure I can kill it. Now Noivern, you've never had a more important job. You need to come through right here. Go for the Dragon Pulse. Please kill. It's only +1 special defense, not +2, it's +1. So I really need you to come through and kill. I really do. If I would have switched out there, oh my gosh. I mean, unless I went into my Crawdaunt, it would have just been a wrap. It would have been a wrap. So he's got Focus Blast, Recover, Calm Mind, and Psy Shock. Those are the 4 moves that we've seen on Reuniclus. We don't got to worry about anything else. I'm pretty sure the Dragon Pulse is going to kill, and that's why he is desperately trying to figure out what to do here. He's going to opt to stay in. Can you please, Noivern, please? I'm begging you. It's just +1. No! I'm so upset right now. Alright, Crawdaunt, can you one-shot this thing? Knockoff doesn't even one-shot. Knockoff has to one-shot. I gotta go into Crawdaunt right now. I think he's gonna expect me to just keep Dragon Pulsing. He's gonna go for another recover, and I'm pretty positive the Crawdaunt can one-shot. Please don't go for a Focus Blast. I am begging you. Recover. Thank you. Alright, so we're gonna be able to stop this potential sweep. That was a waste of Dragon Pulses. I can't believe he lived on like 9. Well, Knockoff should take him out. I am Life Orb. This will either force him to switch, or... I mean, I could go for a Dragon Pulse. I could go for a Dragon Pulse. A Dragon Dance, predicting the switch. But then if he lands a Focus Blast, I am as good as dead, because he's at +1 special attack. And I don't think I could live it anyway, because Reuniclus has sky-high attack. This thing is sweet material. So, let's see, 23 minutes in, let's see if we can get our first kill. He'll most likely switch out to Amoonguss. He most likely will. And this is why he has a 4-win streak. Playing like a complete boss with his team. Definitely doing what it does best. We've seen about 7 or 8 recovers so far. No, we've only seen like 5. We've seen like 5 recovers. I mean, we've seen the Regenerator. Whew. And honestly, it's just like all I just need Claudia to set up a Dragon Dance and there be no Reflect. It's just the Amoonguss. The Amoonguss is burned, which is literally best case scenario for us. If he switches out to the Amoonguss right now, we might be able to 2-hit KO it. Between the burn and everything else. I'm really upset that Dragon Pulse didn't kill. I'm really, really upset. Because at that point, I should have just switched down to Crawdaunt right there. This Reuniclus would be much lower. But he is thinking right now. He is going to stay in. Knockoff should take him out. And that is going to be a dead Reuniclus. So we'll get that thing off the field. Crawdaunt kills Reuniclus. Gonna see my my gosh darn Life Orb. And now I just gotta find something else. I mean, the Amoonguss is gonna come in right here, obviously. The Amoonguss is gonna come in. I gotta get rid of that Amoonguss. I really have to get rid of that Amoonguss. It's literally my #1 problem. He could even go out into the Politoed right here, reset up the rain to help his Amoonguss against my Manectric. And my Noivern. My Noivern actually, I gotta use my Noivern more in this battle. Noivern to a Amoonguss. The Air Slash is gonna do a good amount of damage. So I'm glad I had that. Goes down into Wall Maria. As expected. I can't go out. I'm gonna actually go out into, oh, my Real Bulk's awake. You know what, let's go back out into Real Bulk then. I forgot that my Real Bulk woke up. I almost went into Noivern right there. That would have been a huge problem. Huge, huge, huge problem. Thankfully I did not. Thankfully I did not. And we're gonna see how this goes. This is, it's really early in the morning for me, by the way, if you can't tell. And I'm excited because it's 5-5 and this battle is pretty darn intense. I understand some of you guys don't like stall and you guys might think that my opponent's stalling. I wouldn't say that he's stalling. I would say that he's playing a bulky team, the way that a bulky team is supposed to be played. So he might go ahead and go for another Spore, which is fine if he wants to put, Stun Spore instead. You know what? I would much rather have my, so he's got Stun Spore, Giga Drain, and I think we saw Sludge Bomb. So I would much rather have this thing paralyzed than anything else. We can go ahead and go for a Roost here. Oh, we don't have Roost, that's right. Well, you know what? We can go for a Super Fang. Let's go for a Super Fang then. There's no reason to go for Tailwinds. He's gonna withdraw, probably go on into Politoed. Rose the Claydol is gonna get fanged right now. And that is going to do a good amount of damage. I'm curious, I think this Claydol is just gonna go for a Psychic type move to take out Real Bulk, but I don't think it'll even kill me. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay in. I'm gonna go for the U-turn to get some switch initiative. He's gonna actually just set up the rocks. That is a good play on my opponent's part, that's for sure. Once we get rid of this Amoonguss, oh my gosh, once we get rid of this Amoonguss, I'm tempted to go out into my Crawdaunt right here. You know what? We gotta break his team down poke by poke. Let's go out into Crawdaunt right here. Because we can go for a knockoff here, and it'll still hurt the Amoonguss a little bit. If he decides to switch it in, predicting like an Aqua Jet or something, but there's no reason for me to go for Aqua Jet because I clearly outspeed the Claydol. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I'm outspeeding it every time. Let's go ahead and go for the knockoff. That way if he switches out, so be it. If he stays in, Claudia gets another kill. Claudia is going to get another kill. Crawdaunt kills Claydol. I have to keep track of this, you guys, just so you know, because of the manager of, or the creator, the league creator, keeps track of all the stats of the Pokemon. And it's beneficial to have. Now, unfortunately, I need his Amoonguss to come in, actually. I need his Amoonguss to come in right now, because if he goes into Amoonguss, I can go back out of the Golbat and I can get rid of these Stealth Rocks, because I need my Breloom to have his Focus Sash in hand, because that Kingdra is the only fast thing on his team that's scaring me. That is the one thing that's scaring me a lot. And I would like to have a Focus Sash, because I don't think Claudia can one-hit KO a Kingdra. I mean, I know that my Noivern can. Noivern can definitely one-hit KO. Goes out into Wall Maria again. So that's perfect. We're going to go ahead and go out into Golbat. We've done it every time. He might predict it. That's fine if he does. I just got to get Golbat out here. If he wants to go out into Kingdra right now, that's also fine. Like, if he's, I would say an optimal play for him right now is to predict my switch into Golbat and to go out into Kingdra. Or Politoed even. Probably Politoed would be better. Get the rain up first for that Swift Swim Kingdra. That is going to be scary. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Giga Drain, though. Like I said, I don't have Roost on this thing. So I'm just going to go for a Defog here and get rid of these rocks while I can. And that might be the end of what Golbat does, because if he goes out into the Politoed here, I'm going to have to let him take me out with an Ice Beam. Or a Scald in the Rain. Either way. I guess it'll... Goes into the Trost, the Politoed. And we're going to go ahead, get rid of these rocks. And there's really no reason for me to... U-turn and save this thing. In my opinion, it's paralyzed. It's pretty much done what it has to do. I could go for a Tailwind and then a Super Fang. But we still might not outspeed even with a Tailwind, and there's really no reason for us to get that speed up. So let's just go for the Super Fang here. Because I don't know the exact calculations of how paralysis is taken into account. But I'm going to go for a Super Fang here. He might predict that and switch out, but there's really no reason. I think he's going to kill me with a Scald or an Ice Beam. I don't see... He's going to actually withdraw Trost. Kind of wishing I went for the U-turn right there. Goes out into Rainer. Rainer the Kingdra. That's scary. Because this thing is going to want to do damage. But we are going to Super Fang it. Get it down to 50%. That's awesome. We can go for another Super Fang. Although I'm sure he's going to kill me right now. Goes for the Waterfall. I'm pretty positive in the rain that's going to take Real Bulk out. I think that if it wasn't for the rain, I might have lived that. And this thing does have the Swift Swim Life Orb. So we're going to have to go ahead and really think about this next play. We could go on into Breloom. Breloom doesn't even have the Focus Sash anymore. What am I thinking? He took damage. A Mach Punch does around 35%. Almost close enough to kill. Crawdaunt Aqua Jet in the rain only does 20%. The Breloom is a lot more valuable to me because of that Quagsire than the Crawdaunt. So as much as I wanted to take him out with a Claudia sweep, I want to win. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out into my Claudia here, unfortunately. And I am just going to go for an Aqua Jet in the rain. And we're going to get some damage off in this thing, and that's going to be a good time. That Super Fang was definitely an optimal play right there. That was definitely optimal. Really glad I decided to go for that instead of the Tailwind, because even with the Tailwind, the only reason why the Tailwind would have helped is if I had the Tailwind up, I could have gone into my Manectric right now, but Manectric wouldn't have been able to one-hit KO without that Super Fang, because Kingdra takes neutral damage from a Thunderbolt. And now he's really thinking, because I think he knows I'm going to go for the Aqua Jet just to get some chip damage off. But getting rid of this big threat in his team, and the fact that he only has one more ground type left, the Quagsire, with the Claydol gone, and the rain is going to have to run out eventually, and I think that my Manectric can take care of the Amoonguss. So I'm really glad that during this match I was able to identify my one condition, Claudia, but then I'm also okay with giving it up now that other Pokemon have gone, and I think that Claudia is not as important. When I see that Quagsire, Breloom just has to stay around. It just has to stay around. It really, really does. So let's see. Let's see what he's going to opt to do. Is he going to opt to go for the swing, take more Life Orb damage and an Aqua Jet damage, or is he going to switch out into the Amoonguss? He may switch out into the Amoonguss, which I don't know. I wouldn't say that that's the wrong play, but I don't know if it's the right play. He's going to stay in. And that's going to do an okay amount, nothing crazy. And Claudia is going to go down here most likely to an attack. He's going to go for the outrage. I'm going to go down to the outrage. There's no... I'm sorry, Claudia. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Nothing I can do about that. There's just nothing I can do about that. But now at least my Breloom can come in and pick up the kill with a Mach Punch, which is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're going to go for the Mach Punch here. And, okay, we've seen on that Amoonguss, we've seen Giga Drain. I can't remember if we've actually seen the Sludge Bomb. We've seen Stun Spore and Spore. I can't remember if we've actually seen the Sludge Bomb. But... Alright, my Noivern is valuable to me. Oh, Breloom just killed Kingdra. Let me write that down. My Noivern is valuable to me. But... I feel like my Breloom is more valuable because of that Quagsire. I have no other way to take out that Quagsire. We're going to switch out to Mavis. That way if he goes for the Spore, my Mavis gets put to sleep. If he goes for a Sludge Bomb, predicting me to overpredict, that would be even better. But I'm pretty sure he's going to go for a Spore here. Let's see. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, thankfully. That is awesome. That is awesome. I'd much rather that. Because now I can actually... looking at the rest of his team, he's got Politoed. I almost might go for a Dragon Pulse just because it's stronger. But I don't think so. I don't think that's smart. Noivern, Amoonguss, Dragon Pulse. How much less do you do, Dragon Pulse? Dragon Pulse does a decent amount left. We're going to go for an Air Slash then. We're just going to go for the Air Slash. He's most likely going to switch out, but I'm going to get 2 hits on something with the Air Slash, which would be amazing. The Quagsire, even if the... I just have to keep my Manectric around. I have to... This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Because even though it's 3v3, I feel like he has the upper hand with this Regenerator Pokemon. I really, really do. And he wants to save the... He doesn't want to switch the Politoed in until the rain is gone. He wants to have a whole nother set of turns with the rain, just so that the Amoonguss doesn't have to worry about flamethrowers. But I don't know. I don't know. This is a close, crazy close match. I knew there was no chance of me getting some sort of like amazing, I mean, I wanted to try to go for that Crawdog sweep that I mentioned at the beginning, but I figured when I looked at my opponent's record and team that there was really no way I was going to sweep him off his feet, but I really don't want to end our win streak either. So he's going to switch out most likely into the Politoed. Goes onto the Politoed now, actually. All right, let's see how much this Air Slash does. This Air Slash is going to do a crit. Wow. Now my question is, does Air Slash have the chance to flinch? It does have the chance to flinch. Now we could go into the Manectric, and the Manectric could probably take 1 hit from this Politoed. But that doesn't seem worth it to me. I'd much rather go ahead and go for the... I'm going to go for another Air Slash. We have a chance to flinch. We have a chance to crit. I really think a flinch is coming our way. I can feel it. Black Magic. Oh, Black Magic! And that flinch definitely matters, because an Ice Beam would have taken me out. An Ice Beam would have taken me out. I can't... Black Magic! Black Magic! I think this is the first time Black Magic appeared in the GBA. But that flinch, oh my goodness. That sealed the game. Because his Politoed is dead. The Quagsire, I don't really have to worry about. I mean, it's not over. It's not over because he can still switch back and forth, and really, really alienate me. Because the Manectric can't touch the Quagsire. It's just that Amoonguss. He's held on to that Amoonguss all game, and it's really gonna pay off for him, I think. Noivern's gonna be able to do a good amount to the Quagsire, though. I feel Quagsire is not the best specially defensive Pokemon, and we'll be able to do like 75% to it. And Black Magic never works out well. Don't play with Black Magic. Well, I really don't know what to do in this point. Wow. Wow. I could have had the win. I can't believe that Air Slash missed. I'm shocked that air slash missed. What's your accuracy, air slash? 95. Oh, I guess that makes up for it, though. That's literally what would have happened if I didn't flinch him, so I can't be too salty. I can go ahead. I feel like I have to go into the static shock. I'm just gonna do it. I can't at that point. After missing that, after that hope being in my hands and then being ripped out of it, that's really, really unfortunate. I'm gonna just go for, well, flamethrower. Well, there's no rain. So flamethrower is probably our best bet. Not really, I guess HP Ice is... There's a chance HP Ice won't kill. Flamethrower will definitely kill, though, so let's go for the flamethrower. Just in case he switches out. And we can burn the Quagsire. Yeah? No? Okay. Oh my gosh, if I had put HP Grass on this Manectric. I can't believe I didn't do that. I was looking at my opponent's team, and I was like, you know, I really don't need HP Ice. I really don't. And I was like, oh, but it would be good for the Amoonguss. But then I was like, oh, I have Flamethrower, so it's fine. And I was like, oh, well, HP Ice at least hits neutral. I can't believe that didn't kill. Alright, luckily we didn't get burned. Now we can go for an HP Ice. I had HP Grass, I would have this game in the bag. I can't, I'm sorry guys. I'm really, 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 really sorry that I did not get him an extra with HP Grass. I really should have for this game. I can't believe I didn't do that. Looking at his team, looking back to when I was planning for it this morning, I literally looked through Manectric's moveset and said, what else can I teach you? I need grass. I need grass. And had I gone with HP Grass, this game would have been sealed. Now it's just gonna be really tough. They don't think we can win. We can lessen the score. We can lessen the score. It might end up being a 1-0. But he's got Regenerator and he's got Quagsire, so we're gonna go ahead and chalk it up to misplaying by not bringing HP Grass. If I had, I'm pretty sure HP Grass one-shots. I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty positive HP Grass one-shots. HP Grass one-shots. I'm gonna switch out into Breloom. Although this is just gonna become a giant switch fest. And I don't... I need some serious luck with this. Gonna go for the Toxic. No, he's definitely gonna switch out here. He's gonna try to Toxic stall me? That's so unfortunate. Such an anticlimactic way to end the battle. 40 minutes deep. I'm so upset right now. I know that he's switching out, so I might as well switch out. I'm gonna switch out into Manectric because I know that my opponent is switching out. And I don't know what else to do. He's got a Recover Pokemon, he's got a Amoonguss. We're gonna intimidate this thing, which is very exciting, of course. And he's gonna withdraw Sina and go out into the Amoonguss. I can't believe I legitimately looked through the moveset. Alright, so we know that he's going out into the Quagsire. I'm guessing Hidden Power Ice is our best bet. We're gonna go ahead and go for the Hidden Power Ice. He's gonna switch out, etc., etc. Now we can get like 17 really good crits. I think we have this. I'm so mad that I didn't put HP Grass on here. Because I figured I'm bringing the Breloom, we should be fine, but I should have known that this situation would happen. And he's gonna recover or Scald here. Let's just go for Hidden Power Ice. I'm wishing that it was Hidden Power Grass. I'm just wishing over and over again that it was Hidden Power Grass. There's the earthquake, actually. Oh, that's gonna take me out, isn't it? Down goes Static Shock. I'm never gonna forget this. I'm literally never gonna forget this. That I looked at his team, looked for a grass type move, and figured, oh, HPS would be good against, would just be good to have. For literally, there's no one on his roster. Who did I see in his roster that I thought HPA? Crocodile. I wanted it for Claydol, but guess what? Both of those, HP Grass would have worked. HP Grass was overall the better. Well, sometimes you just throw it away, you know? You know? I know. I mean, he could even stay in right here and still win, so I'm just going to go for the Bullet Seed. On the off chance that he predicts me to overpredict. You never know. You really never know. Nope, he's going to withdraw. I mean, not that it matters. I would need 5 crits back-to-back on every single Bullet Seed hit, and I need to get max in order to be able to win this game. All right, no big deal, no big deal, no big deal, no big deal. Just one week, just one week. It was probably one of the most important weeks in the game. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I looked at his flipping team, I looked at my flipping moves, and I said, yeah, HP Ice, let's keep it. I played everything else. I felt like I played everything else so well. That's what frustrates me. But he is going to win the game, and that's going to be his 5th win in a row, so congratulate him in the comment section down below. His channel will be in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're not done yet. Our division is still extremely close, although winning this game would have probably sealed us a place in the playoffs in the end, but that's not the case, so thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.